The Thai constellation Monstera. So this one here is about 2.5 years old. Used to be considered a rare plant, not so much anymore. You kind of see these everywhere. I mean, we see these at our local grocery store now. See them at Home Depot. I think we actually picked this one up at Costco. I don't know. We have about 4 of them now, but this one is an outdoor one. Now, you normally see these types of videos planting indoor plants. This guy right here is actually been out here for quite some time. Angie repotted it into a bigger container. It wasn't a 6-inch container when we first bought it, but it's doing extremely well out here. Now, we are here in San Antonio. It's about 80 something degrees right now, and it's 8 in the morning. We're projected to have a real feel of about 112 later on. So we have very tropical weather, which is suited for this plant. Now, when I say tropical, I'm not talking about like go on vacation tropical. I'm talking about like tropical Amazon type weather, Thailand, where these plants thrive and they love that type of humidity and temperature. All right, so normally when we talk about planting these types of monsteras, we normally go with the arid type soil, which is mostly consisted of bark, but we're not really going to do that. So this is a orchid mix. It's for orchids and bromeliads. The reason I'm using this is just basically for the bottom, so I can get some really good drainage in this container here. Now, since this plant is being planted outside, we're going to use some regular potting soil. You normally wouldn't do that indoors. This guy actually was not doing too well inside. It was just too much water, not enough light, whatever the case was. But out here, we're going to use some regular potting soil. I use that bark at the bottom so I can get some good drainage. We're going to use regular potting soil, something you normally wouldn't do for an indoor plant. But because it's outside, we are in an east-facing area. I'm in a gazebo right now. So we get some light in here, but never any direct sunlight. It gets some indirect bright light, which is very good for this plant, and it absolutely loves it out here. Now, why am I using regular potting mix outdoors? Well, for one, like I said, it's very hot here and it's very humid. One thing that will happen outdoors is this soil will dry up fairly quickly, and it requires us to water it more often than not. Indoors though, the reason you want to use that arid soil is because you want it to dry out fairly quickly indoor. You don't want it to stay wet. You want those roots to dry out a little bit and, you know, water over time. So normally indoors you would water maybe once every week, maybe once every 2 weeks, depending on your temperature indoors and the type of soil you're using. But out here it dries out fairly quickly. That's why we're going to use regular potting soil, because it's going to dry out fairly quickly and we have that good drainage. So that's the main reason why we're using potting soil out here. Okay, now, depending on your climate also, you can add more bark if you plan to bring it in, especially in those cooler climates where it gets very, very cold and you're at it for 2-3 months at a time. You can add more bark so that way you can have it indoors a little bit longer. But for us here, we get maybe a month of cool weather. It starts to drop into the 50s, and that's when we'll bring it in and bring it out. Not necessarily leave it inside too long, but for those nights where it gets cold, we'll bring it in. But that's why we're going to use more potting soil here than we use actual bark. And those cooler climates, again, you want to use probably a little bit more bark so you can bring it inside and be able to water it comfortably without it drowning or anything like that. Okay, so I've added some biotone, something that we do with all our plants here to get those roots going. Look at all those beautiful roots on here. Now, we don't have those larger roots, the nodes coming out yet, which will happen in time, but we want to use that biotone to get these roots to get going. Now, this plant is a climber. These monsteras love to climb. So we're going to add a moss pole or a climbing pole sometime in the future. But the way you want to plant this is you want to plant this to basically a little bit centered. And if it's leaning a little bit, you want to plant a little bit forward, a little bit to the left or right, whichever way you're basically facing. So you want to give it that room. So like you see this right here going up, we're going to be able to put a moss pole back here, a climbing post. So it attaches itself and starts climbing up. And out here, I'll post some photos. Out here, it can get fairly big. One of our local nurseries actually has one in a climate-controlled greenhouse with some shade cloth, where it is massive. It's growing huge, and that is the product of using a climbing pole. Once these guys attach to something, whoa, and they feel that support, they're going to start to get bigger and massive. Now, as you can see, this one here has a great leaf growing out here, and that's something that we're excited about because it's pretty much acclimated to the outdoors here. Now, again, like I said, Angie repotted this to a bigger container from a 6-inch pot. And now we're going to go 2 sizes bigger so we can get this guy off to a great start. Weather's perfect out here. It's already loving it. You can tell. it's put on some growth since it's been out here. Okay, so like I said, considered a rare plant a couple years ago. You know, just the stark contrast. 3 years ago, it was hard to find these. They're very meticulous to take care of indoors, very hard to, you know, maintain as far as how much water you want to give it, what you have to do with it, what kind of light you have to give it for this plant to survive. Regular Monsteras, we have one inside that just loves it. But because these are more of a hybrid type plant that were specifically grown to have this variegation and stuff like this, they're a little bit more meticulous to grow. But like I said, now that we're here 2-3 years later, you can find these guys everywhere. They're getting used to it. This one has climatized out here, and you can just basically, I wouldn't say throw anything at it, but you know, we water it regularly, we give it some good soil, some good fertilizer, and it's just fine now. Okay, so there are plenty of videos out there for these Thai Constellation Monsteras. Most of them are going to be indoors. We just wanted to do a quick video for you guys. Planting this outdoors, I know there had been some questions about it before. We just wanted to have our trials and tribulations with it growing outside to see how well it does. But again, like I said, typically considered a rare plant a few years ago. Now you can pretty much plant them outside just like we have here. This one has been climatized, but you can find a lot more in stores today, big box stores, where they do a little bit better. They're not as finicky. Back then, growing them inside, it was very finicky. You'd have to really consider how you were growing them, what type of soil you were using, what temperature you had them in, the light. But over time, like I said, these plants get climatized to being in certain conditions, and this one's pretty much climatized to outdoors. Later on, we can do a video of some of the ones we have inside. I think we're up to like 4 now, something like that are doing extremely well. But excited to see this one grow outdoors, especially in our climate here with this weather. And under this gazebo, I mean, it just provides a perfect area for these types of plants to grow. We have a couple of hydrangeas and other things here that are more shade tolerant, part sun, that do extremely well here. Yeah, so we're at the end of spring here, going into summer, so it's a perfect timing to go ahead and plant this guy up and do this right now before it gets way too hot to be out here doing these types of things. Right now, like I said, it's overcast. Perfect day to be out in the garden and doing some repotting, especially out here in the gazebo. But quick video, guys. Just wanted to get this out there to show you guys that you can definitely grow these outdoors. So hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Second time to do this video because my microphone died. So take it all out, redo it again. Just start from the beginning, huh?